Hi, I'm Christopher Holly, and we're going to be talking about FOLIO integrations with EBSCO products today. So welcome to FOLIO. Real quick orientation to FOLIO. It is set up with a variety of different apps up here, and we'll be jumping into different apps as we focus on different areas. The first one that we're actually going to look at is the Orders app. But before we go into Orders, we actually need to get outside of FOLIO to show some of the integration. So we're going to go into GOBI, and here I've already brought up a result. The whole point is to place an order in GOBI and then see that get reflected in FOLIO. So here if we go into GOBI and we grab one of these items, and it could be a paper item, it could be an e-item that we're bringing into FOLIO. In this case, I'm going to focus on working with a print item, and I'll place that order. And you might have a template that you're using already that you'll apply to this and see. In my case, I'm individually coding and adding in things like my fund code, my location, my material type, my receiving note. We could put EBSCO demo. And it looks like I filled out the bare minimum of what I need to place an order. So I'll click that order button. Here you can see in GOBI I've placed my order, and we've got some of that information displaying that I entered in below, like my fund code, my location, my receiving note. If I click on and look at that open order, what I want to point out, and where it starts to get exciting, is that there is a purchase order number there. So this purchase order number actually came from FOLIO. So we know that these two systems talk to each other already. So I've placed my order in GOBI, I've passed it across into FOLIO, and FOLIO's talked back to GOBI and said, hey, guess what? I got that order. Here's my purchase order number. We're good to go. So I'm going to jump out of GOBI now, and let's see how this looks in FOLIO. So as I mentioned, FOLIO is set up with a variety of different apps. We're going to take a look at the Orders app here. So I pull up the Orders, and before I actually pull up the order, I just want to orient you a little bit to the app. One of the things that I particularly like about the Orders app is that they've already put in a lot of search field options, as well as a variety of different facets. So you can really hone in on exactly what it is you're looking for. In our case, I'm just going to sort by the purchase order number. We can scroll down by that pretty quickly because I don't have that many in here. And there it is, quantum mechanics of gravity, that 10161 order. So if I select that, just want to point out a couple more things. I could quickly go through the receive process, but real quick we can see here that it brought in a bib record from GOBI into FOLIO, and in this case it's displaying it in a bib frame-like setup, which is how FOLIO stores the records as an instance record. And we can see the other details of our order here, from the purchase order to the cost details, the fund details that I had specified, as well as the location that I put into the template. But real quick, if we're going to go through this process, we might want to receive it. And what I like about FOLIO, you can receive and create an item record all in one swoop if you want to. And so I can select that item, click receive. If I want to then give it a barcode, and click next. And at this point, I've not only received that item, but I've also created an item record for it. So if I X out here of the orders, one thing I want to point out just to see how I might continue my workflow is maybe this item came and it's fully pre-processed, ready to go on the shelf, ready to check out. That's good. Or maybe we want to do some other things with it and edit it. If I need to get into any kind of editing functionality, I can actually click on that title here, and it in one click takes me from my order record into my item and holdings and instance record so that I can work with and edit it further. So that's where I'll stop here in terms of this particular workflow, because what I wanted to illustrate was the integration of GOBI with FOLIO. But hopefully this gives you a really nice idea about how this can start out your acquisitions process and take you into other elements of tech services to fully process an item.